movie begins in a prison, where Officer Green is about to deliver money to an inmate. Balaam, a powerful prisoner, is kept in a heavily guarded section with elite officers watching him. Even though he is locked up, he lives in luxury as if he were free. From inside the prison, he still controls his vast criminal empire, dealing in drugs, weapons, and human smuggling, keeping his power strong in the underworld. Balaam stays in prison by choice, believing it is the safest place where his enemies cannot reach him. Soon after, a group of new inmates arrives and is assigned to the same wing as Balaam. Among them is Jack, a former police officer accused of killing a colleague during a mission and stealing money from a bank official, charges that make him stand out from the others. As Jack is about to enter his cell, Green blocks his way, punches him several times, and mocks him for killing another officer. He warns Jack that he won't survive long in prison. The story then shifts to a week earlier, showing how Jack and his team staged a bank robbery, not for money, but to collect evidence against Balaam and the corrupt officials running crimes from inside the prison. After taking the evidence from the bank vault, Jack and his team try to escape, but are soon discovered. A deadly shootout breaks out, killing his entire crew. Jack barely survives and runs deeper into the building, but the chase continues. Just as he nears the exit, an officer corners him from behind and threatens to kill him. Jack suddenly tackled the officer, sending them both crashing out of the building. He knew this man was connected to his wife's murder. The officer died on impact, but Jack survived the fall. Later, Jack gave the evidence to a journalist named Tricia. The documents exposed the links between government officials and Balaam's criminal empire. Jack urged her to take everything to the district attorney and reveal the truth. The story shifts back to the present, where Jack shares a cell with another inmate named Silva. At lunch, Sion, Balaam's cousin, threatens him and demands bail money. Jack refuses, and when Sion and his gang attack, he fights back and takes them down. Guards intervene and send Sion to solitary confinement. Jack is transferred to a secret prison, where he's allowed a monitored conversation with Balaam through security cameras. In a cold and tense exchange, Balaam warns him to back off, threatening he will end up like his wife if he keeps interfering. But Jack stays calm and firm, showing no fear. That night, 3 of Balaam's men sneaked into Jack's cell and tried to ambush him. Jack quickly defeated them with precise moves, never disturbing his sleeping cellmate, Silva. At the same time, Tricia worked tirelessly on the evidence Jack had given her. After hours of searching, she finally discovered Jack Stone's true identity. The next day, Tricia went to the district attorney's office with enough evidence for a meeting. But the receptionist said the DA wasn't available. An assistant named Mark offered to take the documents for him, but Tricia sensed something was wrong. Trusting her instincts, she refused and left with the evidence still in hand. Tricia waits outside the district attorney's office, determined to meet him in person. When Attorney Johnson finally comes out, she steps forward and presents the evidence, exposing the links between corrupt officials and the police. Impressed by her courage, Johnson gives her his personal card and tells her to contact him whenever she needs help. Tricia later visited Jack and told him what she had uncovered from the evidence. Jack cautioned her to move carefully. After their short talk, she left the visiting room. Soon after, a middle-aged inmate named William came to see Jack. He warned Jack to be careful of Balaam's men, especially after the clash with Sion. But Jack showed no fear, saying he wasn't afraid of either of them. He then asked William for details about Balaam's cell, making it clear he wanted to learn everything about his enemy. William told Jack that Balaam's cell was so secretive that even most guards didn't know where it was. The scene then shifts to the women's prison, where 2 inmates get into a violent fight. As the tension escalates, guards rush in and break it up before it goes too far. Later, Elena, one of the female inmates, is taken into a room with a hood over her head to meet Balaam. Inside, she comes face to face with him, Sion, and several other inmates. Balaam is already angry at Sion's crew for collecting protection money without his approval. Elena makes things worse. She had attacked a woman under his protection. After a tense silence, Balaam finally speaks, putting a $100,000 bounty on Jack's head. Right after Balaam's announcement, A group of inmates attacked Jack while he was speaking with William outside. But Jack and William, using their superior skills, quickly took them all down. At the same time, Ballum got a call from Attorney Johnson, who warned him that Trisha had dangerous evidence. Enraged, Ballum ordered Johnson to get rid of Trisha while he concentrated on taking down Jack and silencing every threat. At the end of the day, while Jack was doing laundry, a group of guards suddenly attacked, hoping to claim Ballum's bounty. Jack was beaten at first, but soon fought back and overpowered them. As he left the common room, another group of inmates blocked his path, ready to strike. Before the fight began, Jack warned them that the reward wasn't worth the risk. Jack explained that Ballum's bounty would shrink once divided, making the risk worthless. The inmates understood and backed off. Meanwhile, Trisha visited her friend Allison, sharing everything she had uncovered about Ballum, the corrupt officers, and the evidence. In the next scene, Elena approached Ballum's favored female inmate to apologize. But instead of forgiveness, the inmate struck her in the face, starting another fight. Elena pretended to be unconscious and was taken to the prison doctor for treatment. After checking her, the doctor told her to rest. Once left alone, she used a paperclip to unlock her handcuffs and hid alcohol and pills in William's cleaning bucket. She then opened a vent and crawled through the ducts to the CCTV room, where she studied the cameras and marked its location. Elena returned to the medical room just in time, where William covered for her. Meanwhile, Trisha met with Jack and told him she had gathered enough information to back his plan. When she asked why he killed another officer, Jack's face turned cold as he revealed the truth. It was Ballum's men and corrupt cops who had murdered his wife. Jack soon discovered that William was not a real inmate, but an undercover cop. Shocked, he asked how long William had been inside. William said 6 months and explained his mission was to expose corrupt inmates and officials linked to Ballum. He also revealed that Elena was working with him to uncover hidden evidence in the prison. Before they could continue, a group of inmates suddenly attacked. Jack was sent to solitary for starting the fight, while William was brought before Warden Blaine. There, he faced a tense standoff with Ballum's men. After it ended, Blaine warned him that survival in prison came with a price and offered him more money if he wanted to stay alive. Meanwhile, Trisha tried to meet the district attorney, but the receptionist said Johnson was in an emergency meeting. As she turned to leave, Mark approached again, pressing her to give him the evidence. The scene then shifts to Ballum's daughter visiting him in prison. Soon after, Ballum is released and taken straight to a meeting room. As Ballum left his cell, William saw him and signaled Elena to act. She pretended to faint, forcing a guard to carry her. Taking advantage, she and William attacked the guard and drew his attention away. Elena then slipped into the CCTV room, while William put on a guard's uniform and moved toward the control room to begin the next phase of their plan. From the CCTV feed, Elena saw Ballum getting ready to leave the visitation room. At the same time, William unlocked Jack's solitary cell and set him free. Jack quickly knocked out a guard and put on his uniform. William then explained that he and Elena would guide him to Ballum's private cell. Following their lead, Jack moved forward, ready to execute the plan. When Blaine and several guards discovered the CCTV room had been compromised, they rushed in to secure it and catch the intruder. But Elena had already escaped through the ventilation shaft without being seen. Meanwhile, William knew Ballum would soon return to his cell. Acting fast, he unlocked all the cell doors, throwing the prison into chaos. Prisoners flooded out of their cells and attacked the guards who had abused them. In the chaos, Officer Green panicked and tried to escape, but Jack caught him. Meanwhile, William and Elena fought hard to protect themselves from sudden attacks by other inmates. As Jack made his way toward Ballum, Sion confronted him, and a brutal fight broke out. Even after being stabbed in the stomach, Jack kept fighting and finally defeated Sion before pushing on to Ballum's room. At the same time, a betrayal was revealed. Allison, Trisha's friend, had been secretly working with District Attorney Johnson in a plot to bring Trisha down. Just as Allison was about to shoot Trisha, Mark stepped in and revealed the truth. He was an undercover FBI agent. He explained that he had been posing as the prosecutor's assistant to expose District Attorney Johnson and other corrupt officials. The scene then shifts back to the prison, where William fights Warden Blaine and the guards, while Jack finally finds Balaam and confronts him face to face. Balaam at first overpowered Jack, leaving him beaten and helpless on the floor. But the memory of his wife's murder by Balaam and his men gave Jack the strength to rise again. Fueled by revenge, he fought back and finally defeated Balaam, avenging his wife's death. Moments later, ASWAT team stormed in to restore order in the prison. As calm returned, William introduced Jack to Elena. William told them that his superior wanted to personally thank them for helping take down Balaam's criminal network, both inside and outside the prison. Jack then thanked William and Elena for helping him get his revenge. In the end, the FBI arrested all the corrupt officials and police officers connected to Balaam. The movie ends with Jack being arrested by William, who promises he will be released soon. That's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like more content like this, remember to subscribe, leave a like, and share your favorite movie in the comments for us to cover. See you next time, and take care.